Hey guys, so recently I went away with my family on a little long weekend in Vermont. It was beautiful, the weather was gorgeous, and there were so many dogs walking around. Ugh, it made me miss my puppy so much. But that's not the point of the video today. Today I'm going to be talking about editing and writing while on vacation, how to make time for it, and some of the tricks that I used this weekend while I worked on Valor and also spent some time with my family. It's not easy to write on vacation, especially when you want to spend time with whoever you're with, whether that's friends or family, but you also want to get things done. For me personally, I'm trying to make it a habit to work on my work in progress and not let it fall to the wayside, so I had to write or edit every day. I had to work on it because if I didn't, then I knew that once I got home, that habit that I had been trying to form would be out the window. It wouldn't have stuck. So here's some tips and tricks that I used this weekend and just in general while I'm on trips to write and get work done. Just a disclaimer before I start this video, these tips and tricks are mostly for when you are on vacation with other people. I think that everybody who watches my videos are very smart people, and you know how to manage your own time when you're not with other people. So these are specifically catered to when you're traveling with family or friends and you want to get work done without kind of ignoring them and working with their schedules as well as your own. So my first tip is kind of obvious, and it's right on the way to wherever you're going. So we drove to Vermont from where I live. It's about a 4-hour drive in the car with my whole family, and I broke out my manuscript, I got out my markers and my pens, and I wrote and edited while we were driving, which saved me from having to write while we were actually doing things and wanted to go out and eating and shopping and things like that. So if you can write on the way to wherever you're going, I would say that that's a great time to get those words in, get that editing in. If you're flying and you can write on the plane, that's awesome. I know some people can't do work in cars or buses or trains or planes. I think I covered the whole gambit there. Some people can't do work in moving vehicles, which obviously this tip won't work for you. Or if you're the one actually driving, then you also probably shouldn't be writing on your way there. So tip number 2 is to write in 20 to 30 minute intervals. This kind of seems dumb because you want to maximize your time and you don't want to be, you know, taking a whole bunch of breaks, especially when you only have a short period where you can write without people interrupting you or wanting to do things. Not that if you're on vacation with them, they're necessarily interruptions. You should be paying attention to them. Writing in 20 to 30 minute intervals makes it feel like you're not working. You know, you're not sitting down and working for an hour, because I know I definitely fall victim to guilt, and I feel guilty for so many different things. That is a different video. But if I sat down and worked for an hour or I worked for 45 minutes, I know I would feel guilty about neglecting the people I'm with, or, you know, not doing whatever they're doing, sitting out of an activity that I should have done, instead getting work done. When you write in 20 to 30 minute periods, it just makes you feel like you are doing what you had to do, but you're not taking away from your vacation. You're still in that vacation mode, which is where you want to stay. Tip number 3 is to get up half an hour earlier than the people you're with and write then. Not only is it great time to write where you're not going to feel guilty for ignoring the people you're with, you're not going to be distracting the people that you're with and taking away from the fun times on vacation, but it's also a time where you didn't have anything else planned. So it's not like you are missing out on anything. It's not like you are working instead of vacationing. You're technically working instead of sleeping. And it's a great uninterrupted half hour. You'll probably get more work done in that half hour than you would in a half hour where everybody's awake and you're just trying to hurry up and get some words in. When it's quiet, nobody's being bothered by you, you're not being bothered by anybody. That's the perfect time to get work done. And I know as a college student, I'm used to waking up early, so it wasn't that big of a stretch to, instead of waking up at 8 with the rest of my family, I woke up at 7:30, I grabbed my laptop and I sat down somewhere where the light wouldn't distract anybody and got in a good half hour of work before I just started my vacation and got to spend the whole day doing fun things and not worrying about getting those words in because I already did that time in the morning. Tip number 4 is to write while everyone is showering or getting ready. So if you're sharing a room with other people, or even if you're not sharing a room with the people that you're on vacation with, everybody gets ready at a different pace. I think a great tip is to speed up your getting ready process. And I know, ladies, sometimes it takes us forever and a day to get ready. I'm not saying it doesn't take me forever and a day to get ready as well. But if you can speed up that process a little bit, get ready a little bit faster, and then you'll have that time to write while everybody else is busy but not doing something that you would necessarily be a part of. So while everyone's doing their own thing, which generally happens in the morning, but even at night, if everybody wants to take a nap or go for lunch at different places, those times when everybody is doing their own personal thing are the best times for you to get writing done, because you're not taking away from your trip. You're just spending your free time in a way that maximizes your productivity for things that aren't necessarily vacation. Tip number 5 is something that I definitely used on vacation in Vermont this time to get work done on Valor, and that is split up your story into smaller parts. Now, if you're writing, this is obviously easy. Say you're just gonna write a scene or part of a chapter and just write that and be done. But if you're editing like I am, this tip is especially helpful. Whether or not you have your manuscript printed out or on the computer, take a chunk of it. For me, I took about 20 pages out of my binder because I have it printed out. But if you're online, take about 20 pages, copy and paste those into a new document so you're not distracted by all of the other words, and just do those pages. It makes it so much easier to focus, and it makes you feel like you're completing a goal at the end of your 20 to 30 minute writing session, whereas before you would just see all of the work that you still have to do, plus the work that you did, and sometimes that success of doing a little bit of work on vacation gets lost in all of that information that's trying to bombard you. So I definitely recommend taking out a section of your work and working on that separately from the whole, because that makes you feel way more productive, and honestly, it helps me get work done faster because I know I have 8 more pages left or I have 12 more pages left. It's not that much, it's not overwhelming, I can do it. And then number 6, a bonus tip is be flexible and don't worry if you don't get as much work as you wanted to get done on vacation done, because you're there to enjoy yourself. It's a vacation and you're supposed to be having fun. You're supposed to be going out and doing things and eat. It's not about working. So while we do want to maintain those good writing habits, you know, maybe you only get 20 minutes in, and that's okay. Maybe you don't get any writing done, and that's okay too, because when you get back home, when your vacation is over, you'll get back to the grind, and I'm sure you'll make up that time with no trouble. So don't let yourself get distracted by not doing things on vacation. Have a flexible mindset and say, regardless of what I get done on vacation, anything that you get done while you're away is a bonus. It is not a normal week. Don't treat it like a normal week or however long it is. Think of anything that you get done in that period while you're on vacation as extra to what you've already gotten done, and not necessarily a shortcoming of what you wanted to get done in an average week, because vacation isn't an average time. So be flexible with your goals. I know this is something that I always have to work on. I did not write as much as I wanted to in Valor on vacation. I slept in the car on the way home, so I didn't write on the way home, which I really wanted to. But like I said, all of that work that I got done, I was expecting to get nothing done. So anything I got done on vacation was an added bonus. And I didn't think about how little that was in comparison to what I could get done on an average 4 days, because think of those days as free floating in your calendar. They are not part of your normal schedule. Therefore, anything you get done is definitely bigger and better than you had expected because you expected nothing. Low goals, exceeding them makes you feel great. That's how I live my life. So those are some of my tips and tricks for getting writing and editing done while on vacation, especially when you're on vacation with other people. Please comment down below your tips and tricks for getting writing and editing done on vacation, because I'm always looking for more. I'm always trying to maximize my time, especially when my time is significantly shorter than it normally is, like when I'm on vacation with other people. So leave those down below. I will definitely read them and maybe start implementing them on my own when I have to go away, because let's be honest, everybody's always trying to be more productive, because the more productive you are in the shorter amount of time means the more free time you have to not be productive. It's a beautiful system. Please subscribe if you want to see more writing videos from me. I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and once a week I post editing vlogs so you can see what I do on an average day while working on my manuscript. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye!